So when we learn about algebra, there's some vocabulary that you must learn and you may be asked to find the definitions of in an exam. So let's go through what they are. You may want to take notes here. So the first is a term. So a term is an algebraic quantity which only contains letters, maybe numbers, but there's no signs in the middle, so that means there's no adding, no subtracting, no timesing, no dividing. You'll notice that there is a subtract here. That's not a subtract though, that's a negative. So each of these here, all of these are terms. So it's not connected by operations. Next up we have an expression. So this is when terms are put together with operations, so adding, subtracting, timesing, dividing, but there's no equal sign. So again here, look, there's an adding. And then here there's some adding as well, and also some timesing, because that's 3 times L plus W there. Next up is equation. So that's when an expression is linked to another expression using an equal sign. So you can see that there's an equal sign in here. So these can be solved to find values of x. So equation, equal sign. Then we have an identity. Identities are represented by this symbol here. It looks like an equal sign, but it's got 3 dashes. And what it means is that it's true for all values. So the thing on the left is equal to the thing on the right, and that's true for all values of x. So 3x is always going to be x add x add x, and 5 times a minus 3b is always going to be 5a minus 15b, and we'll come on to stuff like this in a couple of videos time. So identity, you're looking out for that little symbol there. The last one then is a formula, and it's a rule linking 2 or more variables, normally a real life equation. So you've got 2 equations here, E equals mc squared, which you might have heard of, and then a equals pi r squared. That's actually the area of a circle. So a formula is to find out something, normally in real life. So let's have a look and decide whether these are expressions, equations, identities or formulas. Now the easiest one to look for is an identity, so I'm going to start with that one first. So anything that has 3 lines in instead of an equal sign is an identity. So this is an identity. And this one, here, and I think that's all of them. Okay. Next up, anything that doesn't have an equal sign is an expression. So let's highlight these. So we've got xy as an expression, a over b is an expression, 3xy plus 2, a plus b, and all the rest have equal signs. Okay, let's have a look now for formulas. So formulas are often related to real life. So they're finding out something in real life using variables. So formulas I'm going to highlight in yellow. So we've got the volume here. So V stands for volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. Area is pi r squared. Area is base times height here. Volume is length times width times height. And speed equals distance times time. So you might not realise that unless you actually know those formulas already. So they are formulas that we will be using at some point during your GCSEs. So you will know these are formulas by the end of year 11. So the ones that aren't formulas, therefore, are equations. So I'm going to highlight this in blue. So we've got 4x equals 12. X plus 4 over 3 equals minus 1. X plus 4 equals 12.